Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we are checking out the Season 5 changes for Cammy. And Cammy, of course, is one of the characters who have been consistently strong in Street Fighter 5. She's always among one of the better, she's always on the upper echelon of the cast. So let's check out what Capcom changed for Cammy, and all of her changes are buffs, so that is pretty nice. The first change Cammy got was to her knee bullet. Knee bullet is the forward heavy kick. What Capcom did is that usually for multi-hitting attacks, so for example when an attack hits multiple times like that one, if the first hit happened to land as a counter hit, it's only that. The second hit doesn't get that benefit. So now what Capcom did is the second hit will also be treated as a counter hit. This means that if you happen to land this, at any point, if you happen to land it as a counter hit, you are +7. +7 means that Cammy now gets a medium punch, 2 crouching medium kick, 2 spiral arrow. Before that, if you happen to land the first hit as a counter hit, you would only be +5, so she would only get a crouching medium punch, 2 spiral arrow. So that is 214 damage. Now on a counter hit, she's getting a 260 damage, so you're getting more damage for your buck. So that is the change for the knee bullet. Interesting change, certainly a buff. It could never hurt, of course. The other change for Cammy is a puzzling one to me, but it seems good, it's a buff also. And it is for her EX spiral arrow. EX spiral arrow hits twice, of course. It hits twice, but the first hit, you kind of have to be in close proximity for the first hit, right? And what Capcom did is that the first hit is now V-trigger cancelable. So this is pretty interesting for me because you kind of have to be really close to get this. And on hit you are +6, so you're not even at that much of a frame advantage. So I'm not sure what is the point of this. And one of the other things is that on block, this is only +2 and you're not in throw range. I think it's gonna depend on the activation range, but even if I activate it point blank, I'm not still in throw range. So that is kinda weird for me. Doesn't seem like this activation is very good on block, and the range where the range where you'll have to use this is already worse than the crouching heavy punch range. So if I use it from this distance, I can't activate V-trigger 1, right? I'm not getting the first hit, and from this same range, I can already hit confirm my crouching heavy, right? So I'm not sure how good this actually is. It seemed like a nice flashy change. Maybe you are getting a little bit more damage on hit, like you're fishing here, you got this, so now you're doing a little bit more damage. But again, I'm not sure what is the big deal is, right? Because the activation is not that amazing, especially for one EX bar. There is something that I have to mention though, and that it is probably good with V-trigger 2, I bet. Like I bet this is pretty much is good with V-trigger 2 maybe. But again, this doesn't combo, and the command grab of course doesn't combo. So I'm not sure what is the point of this activation, but it is a change. Maybe in the future they will find something for it. The Cammy players will find something really useful for it. But as of right now, I'm not seeing it as a big deal. I think the crouching heavy punch is still the best activation. The other changes Cammy got was of course to her Hooligan throw. They say this is a bug fix, so I'm not sure really what is the point of that, but it is a bug fix. So it doesn't seem like a big deal. It seems like your opponent would not be thrown during the active frames of the hitbox. Seems like it's a bug fix to make the grab more consistent, right? The other two changes Cammy got was for her V-trigger 2, and Cammy buffed this V-trigger quite a bit. The buffs to V-trigger 2 are interesting in my opinion. What they did is that they increased the damage of the command grab. So of course this V-trigger Cammy will launch forward, and I mean there are multiple versions. You can do a ground dash or she can jump, and the command hop jump thing, you can either do a command grab, and this is a high. If your opponent is ducking, this will go over their head, right? It's kind of like Akuma's throw out of Demon Flame. and the second one is a overhead. So if they are ducking, the grab whiffs, but if they are ducking, the overhead lands, right? So she have an overhead low out of that. What Capcom did is pretty much they buffed both of them. First of all, the command grab got a 30 damage buff. Now it does 150 instead of 120, and this is a big deal because when the initial hit of a combo gets damage buff, the entire combo will get a sizable damage buff, right? Because the first hit have no scaling. So this means that pretty much Cammy is doing a lot more damage with the command grab now. So for example, with that, she is doing almost 300 damage. That is really high damage for one command grab. Now, when you consider the second change, this seems a lot better now. The second change is that the overhead is now +2 on block. +2 on block is a really big deal. +2 on block is a really big deal. Because now Cammy have a 50-50 between an overhead or a command grab, and the overhead option is not only safe, it's actually plus, and you get to do you get to combo your opponent either way. So this seems very good now. And you're in throw range. So the move leaves you in a +2 situation and in throw range. So the overhead seems really stupid good now. The opponent are gonna stand up to block the overhead, so then you will go for the command grab and get 300 free damage. This seems really good. This seems really good. Will it be that good? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure yet, but at least it is better. Overall, she got buffed. I mean, especially on the knee bullet, buff is kinda nice. Quality of life change. Spiral arrow is okay, and the V-Trigger 2 buffs are nice. Will that be enough to convince Cammy players to let go of V-Trigger 1 and check out V-Trigger 2? I'm honestly not sure, but it would be nice if she could play with both of these V-Triggers, because as of before this batch, V-Trigger 1 was a lot better. One thing that I have to mention regarding Cammy is that she's gonna be one of the characters who will have many interaction with the V-Shift mechanic, right? First of all, her own EX dive kick, this is gonna pretty much suffer from EX or from the V-Shift. Because personally, I have done it already in games where I was able to punish Cammy's EX dive kick. You can actually V-Shift this and punish Cammy. So this is a big deal. However, you also have to consider that Cammy herself have a really great super, so she will be able to use the V-Shift to punish like fireballs like that, right? So her super will allow her to punish many stuff with the V-Shift, but also her dive kicks will get weaker because of the V-Shift. So it is interesting to see how Cammy will end up when it's all said and done. She's obviously one of the most beloved Street Fighter characters, and yeah, let's check out and see how much the V-Shift will affect her as a character. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. Please check out the Discord and Patreon link in the description. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.